Good evening. I am Jennifer Teagle, Assistant Principal at Laurel High School. As we begin, please let me share a few details that will make our evening enjoyable for everyone. Please be aware that a professional photograph is being taken of all graduates as they receive their diplomas. Each family will be able to purchase this photo as a memento. Your graduate received an order form at practice the other day. Additionally, at the conclusion of the ceremony, please allow the class of 2026 to exit from the field and track area. All guests should remain in the bleachers and seats until they have vacated the field. It is imperative that you stay in your seats until you are dismissed. As each graduate knows, the accomplishment you are here to celebrate tonight could not have been possible without the help and support you received from your family, teachers, staff, and friends. I hope you and those who are here to celebrate with you tonight enjoy the ceremony.
Good evening. I am Dr. Taisha Niblett, Assistant Principal of Laurel High School. Please join me in welcoming the members of the class of 1976 who are celebrating a tremendous milestone on this evening, the 50-year anniversary of their graduation from Laurel High School. We are honored to have 35 class members, 18 special guests to celebrate this 50th anniversary. Class of 1976, please take the field. 2026 commencement ceremony. Please join me in welcoming our superintendent, assistant superintendent, our Laurel High School principal, the members of the Laurel Board of Education, and the Laurel School District faculty and staff. At this time, please join me in standing as the senior class advisor, Mr. Nick Bossert, leads the class of 2026 onto the field.
please remain standing for the national anthem. Thank you very much. Everyone, please be seated. Good evening and welcome graduates of the class of 2026, families, faculty, staff, friends, and class of 1976. When I think about the class of 2026, I can't help but smile because many of you may not know, but this class introduced me to TikTok. When I was their assistant principal during that 5th grade year. So today is truly an honor to stand before you, not as 5th graders, not as nervous 9th graders entering high school, but now as graduates preparing to step into the next chapter of your lives. Tonight, we celebrate more than diplomas. We celebrate perseverance, growth, sacrifice, and the remarkable accomplishments of the class that has already made a less lasting impact on LHS. Class of 2026, tonight is about shining the light on you and recognizing the many ways you have chosen to excel, lead, and serve. The light shines through service to others. We honor Gabriel Hudson, who enlisted in the United States Air Force, along with Alexa Sanchez Hernandez, Brianna Vicente Wienak, and Tamaya Rogers. Their courage and commitment remind us of true leadership is often found in service above self. The spotlight shines on Fatma Dolomaz, a recipient of 5 distinguished scholarships that will allow her to pursue both her bachelor's and master's debt-free. These honors reflect not only academic excellence, but also resilience, determination, and a vision for the future. The brightness of this class can also be seen in their incredible achievements beyond graduation requirements. Together, they have earned a reported outstanding $2.9 million in scholarship awards. $2.9 million. Behind that number are dreams pursued, opportunities created, barriers broken, and futures made possible through hard work and dedication. And the light of this class shines brightly beyond the classroom. We celebrate Division II track and field state champions Nevaeh Cannon, Zimani Farlow, and Khalid Burton. We also recognize Kenyon Littleton and Kay Wooten for achieving 100 career wrestling wins. The spotlight also shines on Whitley Dormerville, Logan Wilkins, Derek Sneed, Kenyon Littleton, Jalen Burton, and Jeremiah Mazill Hopkins, and Brian Gonzalez Rivera. As they continue both their academic and athletic careers at institutions of higher learning. Through commitment, discipline, and teamwork, they have represented our school with pride and distinction. The light continues to shine through career pathways and workforce readiness. We celebrate Bryson Swank for completing 2 years of welding and Sammy Perez Ortiz for completing 1 year of plumbing. Their dedication reflects the value of skilled trades and craftsmanship. That same light shines on students preparing to care for and serve others. We celebrate Chloe Shockley, Grace Hastings, Christopher Smith, Jasmine Tall, Zuli Gonzalez Perez, and Darren Baldwin for earning their CNA certification and taking important steps towards careers in the health field. Tonight, we also shine a light on Kayla Amaya, Jefferson Garcias Ramirez, Yaneli Gonzalez Arrega, Mara Hudson, Trinity Alistair Johnson, Angelina LaPlante, Cameron Morris, Angelo Pierre, and Kayla Wilson. They have successfully completed their paraprofessional testing. Future educators. Whether you're heading to college, pursuing trade, military service, workforce, or you're still discovering what's next, every pathway represented here tonight carries value, dignity, and purpose. Class of 2026, tonight the light shines on all of you. Your accomplishments, your journey, your resilience, and the promise of what comes next. And that brings me to my message tonight and all school year. Be engaged with your choices. Every decision that you make matters. The people you surround yourself with matters. The habits you build matter. The opportunities you say yes to and the distractions you say no to shape your future more than you realized. Be engaged with your goals. Adjust when necessary, but never stop moving forward. And most importantly, be engaged with life itself. Travel, learn, ask questions, take risks, serve others. Too often, people wait for life to happen to them instead of taking ownership. Class of 2026, you are capable of more than you know. I watch many of you grow from energetic elementary school students into adults ready to take on the world. And as you leave here today, remember this: Law Bulldogs will always be a part of your story. Be proud of it, but it does not define your destination. Miss Michelle Obama reminds us the choices we make every day shape who we become. Class of 2026, stay engaged with your choices, your goals, and your life. Congratulations. Go Bulldogs! I would now like to introduce to you several special people who are here with us tonight. First, I would like to introduce those individuals sitting on stage with me. I would ask them to please stand when their name is announced. Miss Linda Hitchens, School Board President. Mrs. Sabrina Taylor Isler, School Board Vice President. Mr. Brent Nichols, School Board Member. Mrs. Jana Pugh, School Board Member. Mrs. Kim Ralph, School Board Member. Dr. Taisha Niblett, Laurel High School Assistant Principal. Mrs. Jennifer Teagle, Laurel High School Assistant Principal. Mr. Ashley Giska, Assistant Superintendent. Dr. Sean Larimore, Superintendent. Also in attendance tonight and joining us to celebrate the class of 2026 are two former Laurel Board of Education members. I would ask them to please stand when their name is announced. Mr. John Swed. He served for 15 years from 1974 to 1989 and is currently a member of the Laurel Middle School staff. Mr. Patrick Vanderslice. He served for 5 years from 2011 to 2016 and is a proud graduate of Laurel High School. At this time, I would like to invite our superintendent, Dr. Sean Larimore, to the podium to address their graduates.
Good evening, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 1976 is with us. What a beautiful group of people they are. We're so honored you're here with us tonight. Thank you so very much. Graduates, every year when I begin preparing my commencement speech, I spend a lot of time trying to figure out what I need to say to that individual class because every class is different. Some classes need to hear encouragement. Some classes need to be awakened. Some classes need to be reminded of what they're capable of. But this class, something told me this class needed to be reminded of its worth. And tonight, every idea I want to share with you really boils down to one thing. The future is listening. Years ago, a tour guide stood with a group of students at the edge of the Grand Canyon. He asked each student to come over and shout something into the canyon. One student shouted laughter, and laughter came back. One student shouted anger, and anger came back. Another shouted hope, and hope came back. Then the guide smiled and turned to the students and said, "You see, the canyon does not determine what returns to you. The canyon only echoes what it receives." And graduates, life has a way of doing the same thing. Because eventually, the voice you listen to will be the life you lead. Your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits, and your habits become ultimately the direction of your life. And from this point forward, voices will compete for your attention. They will call you average. They will call you unworthy. They will call you limited. But it's not what they call you, it's what you answer to. And I need you to promise me something. When those people call you average, I need you to answer with, "Oh no, I am excellence." When people call you unworthy, I need you to answer with, "Oh no, absolutely not, I am highly favored." And when people call you limited, I need you to answer with, "I am more than enough." The truth is, a lot of people shrink a little bit each day. It's not because they don't have value, it's because they forgot their value. There's an old story of a dusty violin sitting on an auction table. It was bruised and beaten. It had seen better days. The bidding started. $1, $2, $3, and then it stopped. And right before the auctioneer was about to hit the gavel, an older gentleman came up to the table, dusted off the violin, started tightening and tuning the strings, and then he started to play it. It filled the room with the most beautiful music you've ever heard. The room grew still. He put down the violin, and the bidding began again. Hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands. What changed? The violin didn't change. What changed was someone finally recognized its value. Too many of us settle beneath our worth. It's not that we lack value, it's that we let the world convince us otherwise. So graduates, I need you to hear me tonight. Your worth is not waiting for you at the finish line. Your worth walks with you now. Your worth walks with you tonight. Confidence is not arrogance. Confidence is an inner alignment between who you are today and who you know deep down that you are destined to become. And when you recognize your worth, something changes. You no longer live beneath your potential. You stop shrinking to fit in spaces you were always meant to outgrow. But graduates, becoming who you were created to be does not happen overnight. Oh no. Worthy lives are not built all at once. They are built in ordinary moments. The daily discipline, the quiet consistency, the steady sacrifice, the way you treat people when nobody is watching. Those things become your life. Your habits are quietly introducing you to your future. And one day, someone will borrow courage from the example that your life set. And graduates, hear me carefully. Knowing your worth does not exempt you from hardship. There will be seasons that test your confidence. Doors will close, friends will walk away, and love will come and go. But do not confuse a difficult season with a defeated life. Some of the very things that stand against you today will serve as your platform that you stand on as you rise tomorrow. And do not let fear talk you out of rooms that your purpose walked you into. Because long after the night, long after the applause fades, your life will still be echoing somewhere into your family, into your friendships, into worlds and rooms that you've never entered before. And the real question is not simply, what will you achieve? The real question is, what will your life sound like? Will your life echo with bitterness, or will your life echo with belief? Will your life echo with fear, or will your life echo with faith? Will your life echo with compromise, or will your life echo with courage? Because what you send in this world has a strange way of returning back to you. But when life echoes back disappointment, when rejection tries to rewrite your value, I need you to let your worth become the tuning fork of your life. Let it steady that part of you that the world could not shake. And let it remind you that your value was never up for negotiation. And years from now, when the echo of your life comes back across those canyon walls of time, may it sound like someone who shook off the dust. May it sound like someone who tightened the strings that life tried to loosen. And may it sound like someone who refused to let hard seasons silence their songs. And may it sound like someone who recognized their worth and refused to live beneath it. Class of 2026, the future is listening. Give it something worthy to echo back. Thank you. God bless you. Love you.
Thank you, Dr. Larimore. I would like to give a special recognition to our class advisor, Mr. Nick Bozzard. Thank you for your commitment, dedication, and support of the class of 2026. Each year at commencement, it is an honor to welcome back the members of the class who graduated 50 years ago. We are thrilled that members of Laurel High School, class of 1976, are here with us tonight. As I call your name, I would ask that each member stand, and once everyone is standing, audience, please join me in a round of applause. Lisa Barr, Bruce Boyce, Sam Caruso, Mark Collins, Rick Culver, Tracy Derkison, Danny Dukes, Pam Dulles Dill, Phoebe Fairley Bird, Julie Faulkner Taylor, Keith Fields, Craig Givens, Jeff Givens, Dina Hitchens Justice, Donnell Holding, Nathan Hudson, Preston Hudson, class salutatorian, Sherry Layton Hudson, Marvin Lemon, Michael Lowe, Lisa Oliphant Rogers, Mark Payne, Nisa Phillips Litson, James Reagan, class valedictorian, Brent Rogers, Robert Ryan, Kenneth Bruce Smart, Greg Smith, Tim Smith, Ellen Stone Hearn, Calvin Strand, Donna Studley Gordy, Robert West, Thamel West, Joy Whaley Clendell. Thank you, class of 1976, for celebrating your 50-year anniversary with us tonight. You may be seated. It is now my pleasure to present to you the academic honors. We would like to recognize our academic top 10 based on their cumulative grade point average for their outstanding academic achievements during their time here at Laurel High School. These students will be commemorated by having their names posted on a plaque in our school. I will announce the students in order from 1 to 10. Please stand as I call your name. The valedictorian is defined as the student with the highest rank in the graduating class. I now have the pleasure of announcing this year's valedictorian, Fatma Dalamas. attending Colorado College, where she will major in biology. The salutatorian is defined as the student with the second highest rank in the graduating class. With great pleasure, I announce our salutatorian, Chloe Shockley. Chloe will be attending Delaware Technical Community College, where she will major in nursing. And now for the remaining members of the academic top 10. Mara Hudson. Mara will be attending Delaware Technical Community College, majoring in elementary education. Carter Tripp. Carter will be attending Delaware Technical Community College, majoring in business. Jorda Mesker Molina. Jorda will be attending Alicante University, majoring in mechanical engineering. Zoe Meads. Zoe will be attending the Culinary Institute of America. Trinity Alistair Johnson. Alistair will be attending the University of Delaware, majoring in psychology. Hayden Bagwell. Hayden will be attending Southeastern University, majoring in kinesiology, exercise science. Jasmine Tall. Jasmine will be attending Delaware Technical Community College, majoring in nursing. Cameron Morris. Cameron will be attending Delaware Technical Community College, majoring in business and First State Beauty Academy for cosmetology. Please join me in an applause to salute these outstanding students again. At this time, I would like to call the class valedictorian, Fatma Dolomais, to the stage to address the class of 2026.
Good evening, everyone. Distinguished guests, faculty, parents, friends, and class of 2026. I am so excited to be standing here. We are all gathered tonight to celebrate this milestone in our lives. Thank you all for being here. First, I'd like to thank Allah for always shining a light on me through my journey. Allah means God in Islam. I'm going to let you all in a little secret. Before every test, before clicking every submit button, I recite a little prayer for luck. However, nothing is ever coincidental. I like to thank my family. Anne ve baba teşekkür ederim. Tüm sevginiz, her zaman elimi tuttuğunuz için ve sonsuz dualarınız için teşekkür ederim. To my sister Sultan for being my biggest fan, loudest cheerleader, and for always picking up the phone even when it's 1 a.m. in the morning, reassuring me that no matter what the outcome, I made it in the room. and especially my silly little brother for making me laugh and being protective of me. I'd also like to thank my guidance counselors for making that office feel so warm and welcoming. I can't count the number of times I sat in Miss Goff's office, filling out applications, asking countless questions, stressing out, and seeking advice. You all became my school moms, always looking out for me and encouraging me to take advantage of opportunities I once could only dream of. Because of the school and the support I received, I was able to travel to Chicago for Business Professionals of America's national competition, along with all expense paid trips to Washington, D.C., Colorado, and Arizona. These experiences allowed me to see a new perspective. And most importantly of all, I like to thank my classmates and friends for making high school feel like a fever dream. We've shared so many memories, from our late night Roblox games to our senior trip bus breaking down. Memories we will forever cherish, all leading to this moment right now. I am so proud of us all. Looking back to my early years of high school, I remember this single moment very vividly. I was at a conference for first generation students, and we all received book bags as gifts. Over all the voices in the room, I heard one girl that caught my ear. She said, "I now have a book bag for school." That stayed with me. As a first generation student myself, there were many moments during high school where I questioned whether I truly did enough. Even standing here today, I still sometimes experience imposter syndrome. That feeling of doubting myself and questioning whether I belong. There were times where I felt pressure to succeed, not only for myself, but for my family and the sacrifices they made for me. And I know I am not alone in that feeling. It reminds me that each of us experience life differently. Some of us balance school with responsibilities at home. Some of us work jobs after class. Some of us struggled with pressure, expectations, or uncertainty about the future. And some of us simply try their best every day. Yet desperate all these different paths that brought us here, we still arrived to this moment together. One thing that high school has taught me is that no two people carry the same story. Behind every student sitting here tonight are setbacks, sacrifices, victories, and moments that shaped us in ways that others may never fully understand. We all have a story. Our zip code does not determine our potential. Coming from a small town does not limit how far we can go or who we can become. As we leave tonight and step into a new chapter of our lives, I hope we continue striving to become better than who we were yesterday. So keep telling your story, keep writing your story, because you are now the holder of the pen. Congratulations, class of 2026! We did it!
Thank you, Fatma. Let's give her another round of applause. At this time, I would like to invite our salutatorian, Chloe Shockley, to come to the stage to address the graduates.
Good evening, families, friends, teachers, staff, administrators, board members, and most importantly, the class of 2026. For the for the past 4 years, high school has felt like a season of survivor. Every season begins with uncertainty. Contestants are thrown into unfamiliar situations, forced to adapt, pushed beyond their comfort zones, and tested in ways they never expected. Sound familiar? Over our high school career, we have been challenged, stressed, exhausted, and at times completely unsure of what would happen next. There were moments when we felt confident and moments when the future felt unclear. But through every assignment, practice, game, deadline, setback, and lesson learned, we kept going. And now, somehow, after everything, we have made it to graduation. On Survivor, the motto is outwit, outplay, outlast. If there is one thing our class understands, it is the meaning of those three words. First, we learned how to outwit. Outwitting was not just about passing tests or memorizing information for our exams. It was learning how to adapt when things did not go as planned. It was figuring out how to balance school, sports, jobs, family responsibilities, friendships, and the pressure of planning our futures before we had fully discovered who we were ourselves. We learned that intelligence is not only measured by grades or test scores, but also by resilience, problem solving, and the ability to keep moving forward even when life becomes difficult. Next, we learned how to outplay. Outplaying meant showing up. It meant giving our best effort, whether it was in the classroom, on the field, on the stage, or in our community. Every one of us has experienced moments of uncertainty, moments when we questioned ourselves, our abilities, or our future. But we kept showing up anyway. We kept trying, learning, and growing. Next, we learned how to outplay. Oh, sorry. Outplaying also meant becoming part of something bigger than ourselves. Along the way, we built friendships, formed alliances, and discovered the importance of teamwork and support. We celebrated victories together, learned from losses together, and realized that success is rarely achieved alone. But most importantly, we learned how to outlast. We outlasted long nights of studying, stressful exams, injuries, disappointments, uncertainty, and moments of self-doubt. There were times when the future felt overwhelming and times when simply making it through the week felt like an accomplishment. Yet through every challenge, we learned something valuable: resilience. We kept pushing forward even when things were difficult, and that perseverance is what brought us here tonight. And through it all, we discovered something important. Success is not about never struggling. It is about refusing to give up. As we sit here today, it is easy to focus on diplomas, awards, rankings, and accomplishments, but years from now, those may not be the things we remember most. One of the biggest lessons from Survivor is that nobody wins alone. Behind every contestant on Survivor is an alliance. People who support them, encourage them, and help them keep going when things become difficult. In the same way, none of us made it here completely on our own. Every person here tonight carries pieces of someone else with them. A parent's sacrifice, a teacher's encouragement, a coach's belief, or a friend who refused to let them give up. Those people helped shape who we are today, and their support is part of the reason we are sitting here tonight. To our teachers, staff, and administration, thank you for your patience, support, and guidance. You challenged us to grow not only as students, but as people. To our families, thank you for every sacrifice, every pep talk, every ride, every late night conversation, and every moment you stood beside us. Your belief in us helped make this moment possible. And to the class of 2026, look around for a moment. These are the people who shared this journey with you. Together, we created memories, friendships, and experiences that will carry long after tonight. This evening is not simply the ending of high school, it is the beginning of who we are becoming. We are becoming teachers, nurses, mechanics, electricians, welders, business owners, farmers, first responders, soldiers, coaches, and leaders. As we leave this chapter behind, a new adventure begins. Some of us are heading to college, some to careers, some to trade school or the military, and some are still discovering what comes next. And that is okay. Because just like on Survivor, nobody begins the journey with all the answers. What matters most is having the courage to take the first step into the unknown. Soon we will all head in different directions and towards opportunities we cannot yet imagine. And while the future may feel uncertain, I believe our class is more prepared than we realize. Because if high school taught us anything, it is this. We already know how to outwit obstacles, outplay doubt, and outlast adversity. So, class of 2026, as we leave our tribe behind and begin our next adventure, remember this. Success is not about never struggling. It is about continuing to move forward even when things are difficult. Don't ever underestimate yourself. Continue to work hard, continue to lift others up, continue to lead with kindness, courage, and determination. And no matter where life takes us next, never forget, we did not just survive high school. We outwitted, outplayed, and outlasted it. And now, class of 2026, congratulations, your next adventure begins.
Thank you, Chloe. Let's give her another round of applause. We will now have the certification of the graduates by Superintendent Dr. Sean Larimore.
I hereby certify that those members of the class of 2026 have fulfilled all state and local requirements for graduation and are now eligible to receive their diplomas.
As administrators of Laurel High School, it is our pleasure to present the President of the Board of Education, Ms. Linda Hitchens, the 159 members of the graduating class of 2026. As we call the names of the graduates, we would like their parents and guardians to stand so they may also be recognized for their efforts, support, and perseverance. Remember that while this is a happy occasion, it is a respectful one and dignified. Each student and their family should be able to hear their name and enjoy the moment without distraction. I would now like to introduce Mrs. Jennifer Teagle and Dr. Taisha Niblett, assistant principals of Laurel High School, to come forward to share the members of the class of 2026 as we present their diplomas.
I now present Laurel High School graduates of 2026. Noor Darlamaz. At this time, I would like to invite Kathy Shockley, Laurel School District employee, to present the next diploma. Chloe Marie Shockley. Mara Beth Hudson. Carter Jackson Tripp. At this time, I would like to invite Celia Molina, Laurel School District employee, to present the next diploma. Jorda Meseguer Molina. Zoe Michelle Meads. Trinity Alistair Grace Johnson. At this time, I would like to invite Shelby Phillips, Laurel School District employee, to present the next diploma. Hayden Michael Bagwell. Jasmine Ryan Tall. Cameron Van Morris. Kayla Ulissa Amaya. Tyler Stewart Banks. Jacqueline Barrios Soto. Jennifer Maria Bartolone Martin. Kendra Bazell. Noah Micah Bell. Cheyenne Sky Best. Rodolfo Olivio Bix Martin. Darion W. Boyce. Sky Simone Boyce. Rosalanda Bernache. Isaiah Aaron Brown. Natalie Sierra Brown. Jalen Christopher Burton. Khalid Dershawn Burton. Khalil Isaiah Burton. Kaylin Madison Callaway. Nevaeh Rashay Cannon. I got you. Austin Alex Carreno. Everson Javier Moyes Carroll. Taylor Montana Carroll. Rodrigo Casas Castron. Christopher Jesus Castro Trejo. Dewin Shalaron. Nyasia Christy Shalaron. Edison Escar Chalel Martin. Isaac Mauricio Chilel Chavez. Yesenia Chilel Perez. Jefferson Robert Chilel Sandoval. Buck Andrew Conley. Javius Leonte Custis. Lucas Julian Davis. Nadia K. Davis. Corin Elizabeth D. Girano. Brittany Jasmine Diaz Benacourt. Alexis Dominguez Calderon. Woodley Dormaville. Andrew William Eady. Christopher William Elliott. Thomas William Ellis. Christian Ramsden Esteban Chavez. Erosha Clisel Estimable. Z. Monty Leasia Farlow. Zachariah Edwin Kyrie Farlow. Eric Moise Fernandez Blas. Emmanuel Antonio Fletcher. Madden Chase Fogel. Christian Lee Gandy. Sarah Maritza Garcia. Jefferson Moyes Garcia Ramirez. Shaylee Kira Lachelle Gates. Joelle Georges Bien Amin. Jeremiah Lee Goddard. Elicio Daniel Gonzalez Perez. Yaneli Maritza Gonzalez Arega. Angel Gonzalez Lopez. Zuli Hillary Gonzalez Perez. Brian Omar Gonzalez Riviera. Hunter James Hafer. Austin Lee Harold. Grace Elizabeth Hastings. Elizabeth Hernandez Hernandez. Kimberly Grace Hinkle. Nathaniel Asher Hovatter. Connor Michael Hudson. Gabriel Matthew Hudson. Go, Gabe. Mackenzie Nicole Hurd. Jordan Michael Juarez Velasquez. Ashley Vimaris Juarez Vicente. At this time, I would like to invite David King, Laurel School District employee, to present the next diploma. Kanan David King.
Angelina Rose LaPlante. Morelli Selena Lazo Gonzalez. Kendra Ann Grace LaCates. Jaheim Ashley Limehouse. Kenyon George Rashai Littleton. Caitlin Yashel Lopez Godinez. Kenny Yair Lopez Lopez. Darren Lopez Roblero. Shamadale Mark. Shanida Mark. Christopher Martin Ramirez. Marvin Eldazar Matias Barduo. Miley Marie Matthews. Ariana Ulissa Mendoza Garcia. At this time, I would like to invite Tracy Messick, Laurel School District employee, to present the next diploma. Landon Blake Messick. Lila Ray Miller. Noah Joseph Miller. Sadie Colleen Minton. Leah Jane Mitchell. Jeremiah Eleazar Mizell Hopkins. Gavin Jack Moore. Jesus Emilio Molina Vasquez. Eli Inocencio Moron. At this time, I would like to invite Ronnie Lee, Laurel School District employee, to present the next diploma. Maya Corday Miles. Congratulations. Jaira Shalom Newcomb. Chris Jericho Niz Chavez. Victor Pablo Cruz. Victor? No. Mhm. Shakai Jeremiah Parker. Buddy. Ajanea Brene Parker Cannon. Christian James Parson. Brian Perez Chilel. Rosalinda Perez Hernandez. Lydier Eleazar Perez Martinez. Sammy David Perez Ortiz. Nayeli Alejandra Perez Perez. Yoselin Perez Perez. Davion Navier Phillips. Angelo Andy Pierre. Rajuna Pierre. Rafael Pilo Perez. Talasia Jada Purnell. Haley Yolanda Ramirez Hernandez. Andy David Ramos Ramos. Kamani Ahmad Roberts. Carter Robert Robinson. Tamaya Alexis Rogers. Congratulations. Dajir Lee Roundtree. I'm proud of you. Rebecca Ann Russell. Alexa Maribel Sanchez Hernandez. Daniel Humberto Sandoval Lopez. Amira Ashante Savage. Alexis Marie Shockley. Congratulations. Cameron Austin Deshawn Shao. Kylia True Shao. Nicholas James Savistro. Congratulations. Christopher Maurice Smith Jr. Daly Addison Smith. Dylan Evans Smith. At this time, I would like to invite Todd Smith, Laurel School District employee, to present the next diploma. William Jack Northam Smith. Derek Lamont Sneed Jr. Bryson Forrest Swank. Serenity Elmarie Thompson. Congratulations. Chastity Ann Timmons. Logan Thomas Toomey. Mason James Toomey. Katie Austin Tripp. Dawson Allen Tripp. Good job, buddy. Chase Allen Turner. Congratulations. Emmanuel Neftali Vasquez Chavez. Brianna Vicente Weenock. Riley Elizabeth Walls. Liera Anasia Whitaker. Logan Baines Wilkins. Tanaja Janae Williams. Kayla Marie Wilson. Cade Jacob Wooten. Haley Lynn Wright. Angel David Estazu Gonzalez.
Law School District Board President, Ms. Linda Hitchens, will now come to the podium to present the class of 2026.
Good evening. To the Laurel High School class of 2026, by virtue of the authority vested in the Board of Education of the Laurel School District, under the laws of the state of Delaware, I do now award diplomas evidencing the satisfactory completion of prescribed courses of study to the students of Laurel High School who are recommended for graduation by the faculty of this school. In receiving this diploma, each of you is entitled to all the privileges and honors accorded to graduates of a high school accredited by the Delaware Department of Education. Congratulations and job well done.
I would now like to recognize the class officers for the class of 2026. As I introduce the officers, please come to the stage to present the class gift. President Grace Hastings. Vice President Niaja Shalaran. Secretary Kamani Roberts. Historian Jefferson Garcia Ramirez. I have to bring it up to me.
From senior sunrise to senior sunset, it's been a great year to be a Bulldog. The graduating class of 2026 will be purchasing a picnic table for the outdoor common area for the Laurel High School students to enjoy for the next coming years. A plaque reading, donated by the class of 2026, will be displayed on the picnic table.
Thank you, class of 2026, for the generous gift. I will now like to invite President Grace Hastings to lead the tassel ceremony. Graduates, please rise.
Graduates, you may now move your tassel from the right to the left.
You have to do it.
Okay, we can go.
Graduates, you may be seated. Graduates, you may be seated. We thank you for coming to celebrate the class of 2026 with us this evening. Congratulations to our graduates. Guests, please rise as the class of 1976 and the graduates have exited the field. Thank you for joining us tonight and have a wonderful evening.